Mike Naso here with a special 3 a.m. Eastern Time, 2 a.m. Central Bulletin on Hurricane Ida. When I spoke to you around 11 o'clock, we had a Category 2 hurricane. It has now absolutely exploded over the northern Gulf and is now a dangerous Category 4 hurricane. This is from the National Hurricane Center as of 3 a.m. Eastern, 2 a.m. Central. Major Hurricane Ida continues to strengthen, now a dangerous Category 4 hurricane. Data from an Air Force Reserve Hurricane Hunter aircraft and NOAA Doppler radar indicates that Hurricane Ida has continued to rapidly intensify this Sunday morning. Maximum sustained winds are now 130 miles per hour. This makes Ida a Category 4 hurricane on the Saffir-Simpson hurricane wind scale, and Ida's central pressure has fallen 6 millibars during the past hour. That's from forecaster Stacy Stewart at the National Hurricane Center, doing a great job over there. Really cool guy. I met him and spoke with him at a hurricane conference 16 years ago. But you can see it's at 27.7 north, 88.8 west, 100 miles south of the mouth of the Mississippi River, or about 175 miles southeast of Houma, Louisiana. Winds of 130, still moving northwest at 15, 949 millibar pressure. At 11 a.m. on Saturday, it was at 984, and it's now dropped to 949. This is a very, very serious hurricane. We do have those hurricane warnings. I wanted to go over them once again. From Intracoastal City, Louisiana to the mouth of the Pearl River, Lake Pontchartrain, Lake Maurepas, New Orleans, you guys know you're right under the hurricane warning. And the wind field is expanding, so those tropical storm winds they're going to start coming on shore shortly and throughout the morning. So you guys do not have much time left to prepare at all. Oh, look at this infrared satellite imagery. What a monster we have on our hands here. A very well-defined organizing eye with deep convection blowing up. And look you can even see these little lightning strikes right in the eye wall. The Air Force has been zigzagging through it. We got another plane headed out now, and they're doing a great job getting that information, which has indicated, unfortunately, that even though it sputtered throughout the day Saturday, boy has Ida made herself known, becoming a Category 4 hurricane in the northern Gulf. Very dangerous weather off the Florida Panhandle. Remember, you guys are going to get impacted with these rain bands as time goes on, and things are only going to get worse and worse. You can see a very, very impressive central dense overcast, what they call the CDO. It's very cold cloud tops, and then you have the warm cloud tops right around the eye of the hurricane. Continuing there towards the northwest, we're watching every little wobble, but right now, southeastern Louisiana, you guys need to really be doing any last-minute preparations and getting out of Dodge fast. Here's the Saffir-Simpson scale. We're now at Category 4. That is devastating damage, and it could still strengthen further. It doesn't look like it's done just quite yet. And a Category 4, you could see 130, which is where we're at, all the way up to 156. Catastrophic damage expected. And again, it should look something like what you see on the left-hand side. The only difference is that picture is of wind, and we're going to have a lot of water to have to deal with. A lot. Look at this water rise, 10 to 15 feet from Morgan City to the mouth of the Mississippi River. This water is going to start coming up before the hurricane gets there. So even as the hurricane's offshore moving closer and closer, you're going to have that water piling up, to say nothing of the heavy rainfall and the severe weather that comes with a landfalling storm. Oh man, look at this radar. Mark Niesenbaum has great radars on his website. You could see this even better if I look a little further south. There is the eye of Hurricane Ida. The Category 4 winds are within this eye wall, this band of wind in here, 130 miles per hour with higher gusts. And as each of these bands comes into the Louisiana coast, it's going to get progressively worse. You can see a lot of dangerous weather here headed towards areas of Venice and Buras. If you are in the coastline of Louisiana in a low-lying area, please seek higher ground now, because this weather is going to go downhill. Look at these wobbles. It's moving west. Every wobble matters for Louisiana, for an individual town, but it almost looks like a little northward wobble there. If that were to continue, we would have landfall very near an area like Grand Isle, Louisiana, or Port Fourchon, areas there, Golden Meadow, Venice, Grand Isle, Berwick, Homa. Get out now, get to higher ground. It's very, very dangerous with that storm surge coming on up with this hurricane. There's another look at it on the full view of the southern United States. What an impressive hurricane right in there. And again, like I said a minute ago, all the wobbles matter, because if it moves further west, that could be a whole different situation for the city of New Orleans. But if it keeps pushing north like this, you guys are in the right front quadrant. You could have a lot more water rises, and we could have problems with those levees. I've heard things about some of the pumps not working already, and that has nothing to do with the hurricane. It's just the hurricane could exacerbate any problems we have with those situations there. So the impacts from Hurricane Ida: landfall in southeast Louisiana Sunday afternoon or evening. It could be noon. It could be 6 p.m. Likelihood is the noonish, early afternoon time frame. Forecast to strike as an extreme major hurricane. It's a Category 4 now. We could always hope that it weakens a little, but the water is building up and the winds are so extreme, and I don't think it's done intensifying yet, so you should be prepared for a Category 4 at least. Winds gusting up to at least 150 miles an hour. It's 130 sustained right now with higher gusts, and those winds could go even higher than that. And of course, the deadly high storm surge up to at least 15 feet plus along the Louisiana coastline. And Mississippi and Alabama, you guys are going to have water rises too, so don't forget about them. But the real brunt is going to be Louisiana. So that'll do it for this special 3 in the morning bulletin update. I'm Mike Naso with continuing coverage on our YouTube channel of a Category 4 hurricane bearing down on southeastern Louisiana and the city of New Orleans. If you are in low-lying areas like Homa, Berwick, Grand Isle, if you've stayed behind, now is your last chance to get to higher ground before a devastating Category 4 hurricane strikes you. I'm Mike Naso with the latest on disastrous Ida, and I will talk to you guys later on today.